Troy Merritt begins the second round for us on the heels of a 66 to kick off the week yesterday in Sea Island.
Move right there.
Next on the tee from Gig Harbor, Washington, Kyle Stanley.
Productive opening round for Kyle Stanley, right? Couple under par, but probably feels like he got run over the way guys were taking it deep yesterday.
Yeah, no bogeys in the first round for him, but not a lot of birdies either. So where the players were averaging about 5 birdies per round, he was definitely behind the 8 ball there. So got to get off to a good start here on the Seaside.
And from Sweden, Jonas Blix.
Third member of this group, Jonas Blix, the Swede, a 2-time champion on the PGA Tour, makes his home in the North Florida area, just about 90 minutes from here.
Just trying to get his game back. Didn't play an event for 21 months between August in 2019 and May 2021. So just trying to regain some form that he has shown in the past.
The Seaside and Plantation courses were defenseless under a barrage of birdies yesterday. With some wind in the forecast, will it punch back today?
Crosswinds are harder than the into or downwinds to figure out, because you have to know if it's helping or if it's hurting.
I was trying to start that at the pink here. And I started at the left of the pin.
Gonna try and trap that one and never got it started far enough right. And Streb cut off a lot of the angle by taking this down the left side of the fairway here, Steve. Just 147 to go.
Really good ball strike here. You're going to see him aim a little. This pin's back right. Got 8 paces left of the hole. You see any spin today, and he's a high spin player, this Robert Streb, and it's going to be really exaggerated. So we're seeing the effects of this wind right off the bat here, how much different this Seaside course is going to play. The bunker looks a little soft out there too. You'd always like a really firm bunker, but maybe I'm not seeing it right. But you're right. Anything you're launching high in the air, and it's very easy to hang back and chunk this ball and have this thing come up 40 yards short.
Certainly has to aim this a little bit to the right to play for the breeze, but if you were going to leave it anywhere, short right may not be the best spot, but certainly manageable. He got it out cleanly. Not sure this is going to get to the green, though.
It's so easy to do that right there. When you have to cut the ball, you're adding spin to it. When you're adding spin into the wind, now you're going to get a lot more dispersion on your golf shots. You want to hit those low trap draws on a day like this into the wind.
Rose and Day, both right in the neighborhood of 145 yards or so.
You know, the front left and the left portion of this green kind of runs away, so anything that turns over towards that side of the green has a good chance of spinning off. Ideally, you'd like to get this certainly a little right of the flagstick. And that was an aggressive swing there. This a little bit out to the right. Yeah, good shot.
Really solid right there, center of the green.
Ooh. And next, Jason Day, a little bit of an uphill lie, 146. Tends to promote a little bit of a right to left motion of the golf ball, or flight of the golf ball, I should say. Looked like he was trying to flight this one down. Good shot.
Just hangs on and caroms back slightly on the edge. Not going to see that flag peppered as much today.
So first couple of holes right into the teeth of the wind here on the Seaside course. Here's Kisner up at the second.
Another hole runs the same direction basically as number one, so they're going to be kind of fighting this wind going out this first three, and you kind of feel like you're jumping right into the deep end. You'd love to kind of wade into the shallow end a little, but you're jumping right into the deep end today.
English with the longest of the par saves back at the opening hole.
Water flanks the right side of this 415-yard par 4.
Pretty.
So you can expect a lot of golf balls left of center here. Kind of like that. That's picture perfect.
That's a pretty move, isn't it? That's just easy gas right there.
Yeah, that's the swing he's got to copy a lot. I know he's fighting his move a little bit, but that was pretty smooth.
Streb with a low bullet. Looks like it was heading a little left.
Yeah, that's easy to do. There is a fairway bunker over there. It probably has caught, so we will see. But that's the side you have to miss it. You have to miss it on the side where you can still play this game from. So
looks like a tight lie that Simpson will be dealing with back at the first.
And that's one of the challenges here in the collection areas. They tend to run off towards that first cut. So it may limit his options. And all in all, pretty good shot there.
I thought that was there. I know, almost. I just think that end of the ground just killed it a little.
He nipped it perfectly, Steve. We had a great angle of it. The first in a moment. Up at 2.
from 133, hole located up over that bunker in the back right. That's a good, solid shot there for Kiz.
Same hole locations, obviously, as the opening days. All the players get a crack at each course the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, they do. They do move it about 2 feet or so just to have a fresh cup, but almost essentially the same hole locations, although different conditions today with all this wind.
Rose to start the round with a birdie.
And this one's going to move right to left, maybe even promoted more by the breeze.
A little rush of blood through impact there.
We'll keep it right here as Jason Day goes to work.
Yeah, this one, as I read this putt, pretty straight, but there's a low area that's going to be behind him, and there's also a low area that's on the front left of the green, which is in front of him. But this is kind of riding right along this little ridge here. I see it possibly going more right to left, but I think the wind could be a factor as well. So if I'm putting this one, I'm playing this pretty straight.
Very respectful of the speed on that one. A tap in par to start the day for Jason Day. Streb from the bunker at 2.
Good angle, but not a great lie. That was quick left right there. That seems like there could have been a rock between the club face and the golf ball there, or there's sometimes little seashells in the bunker that you can't quite see, but that one went really quick to the left.
A couple of poles at the second for the defending champion. And Simpson's left himself just about 8 feet or so here for par.
At least early on here, I mean, this is a day that's going to be very similar to maybe Players Championship conditions, major championship conditions. This would be a heck of a par here.
Well, you say major championship conditions, you will get the attention of all three players in this group. All of them having secured one. But it's a bogey there for Simpson as we move back up to the second with English.
You can see how that flag is just whistling in the wind there. And that thing had no chance of getting to the flag. That upshot big time.
You get it up in the air, as Harris English did. You're at the mercy of the elements today. 6-footer here for Rose's par.
Well, early on, again, I think putting is going to be a big factor today, you know, with these conditions, and you guys will certainly see it. I will as well, but I think making putts is going to be a pretty difficult challenge, though that one wasn't.
We're going to see a ton from 6 to 8 feet. We're going to really test these guys, their mettle today.
Well, Streb a little bit fortunate. He can maybe escape from here.
He's got to play a little low hooking. See if it'll trundle up on the green. No, it does not. That was a really, I know the wind is tough, but that was a really awkward shot. There had to be some sort of impediment between his club face and the golf ball when it made I mean, the pro from 137 yards, not going to miss it that badly. So it's a game of luck too. You have to have a little luck on your side, and certainly he's had some luck over the course of time here at the RSM Classic.
We hear the term so often. It's difficult to follow up a low round with another. I like what John McGinnis told me once. It's because it's so darn hard to shoot the low round in the first place, and that's what Sebastian Munoz did yesterday. He's off at 11-10 today. Zach Johnson at 9 under, a little 61 yesterday on the seaside, huh?
It's a great place for Zach Johnson. Little Team RSM, Zach Johnson, by the way.
Rose leads us off at the second.
Well, the second hole, again, I love this par 4, and it is going to be a challenge today. Just a little over 400 yards. Better put it in the fairway for sure.
Really well done.
Looks good here for Justin.
Steve, carbon copy of the opening tee shot as far as the height, the delivery of the golf ball.
Yeah, he looks spot on right now with his swing. He's got such great footwork. He's got such great motion through the golf ball.
A couple of easy practice swings for the Aussie before stepping in.
Yeah, with the wind this hole is not real straight. It's kind of a slight dog leg to the right. Wind's probably coming at the players from about 1 to 130. So ideally you take it up the right center of the fairway. The wind will push it to the left-hand side. Looks like driver again here for J-Day. And this one down the middle, and that's going to be perfect.
It shows a different apex on that tee shot, but still very effective right there.
Ever use that visualization technique that Jason Day employs there?
A lot. You have to do a lot of visualizing in this game. I mean, there's a lot of guessing and improvisation, just like on this shot. Okay, how much is it going to run out? How much is the wind going to affect it? What's the firmness of the greens? How much spin am I going to get from the first cut versus the fairway? There's so many things that these great players calculate in mere seconds before they hit the shot. So things that the average player just doesn't even think about.
And everyone seems to like that one. All three players in the fairway back at the second.
Cool, thank you. Hopefully we can get ahead of the crowd. Oh, yeah. It's not too bad. Cool.
Simpson will be first to play when we get back there. English hold a long one for par at the first. This for birdie here at 2 from 55 feet.
He should have gotten a little bit of a read from Streb's chip. Harris English is just fighting the game a little bit, fighting his swing, fighting his patience, I think, a little bit. So he's going to have to summon some calmness over the last 16 holes here to get back in his on his form.
Not calm conditions to summon that today, that's for sure. All right, Kisner went 0 for 18 yesterday and trying to make a birdie, and now he's 0 for 20.
Very Kevin Kisner-like scoring, but hey, you can't win them all, right? You can't be in all the events all the time. But there's only certain golf courses a Kevin Kisner length player can really play well at. So this is it's an unfortunate scoring for him so far.
English was 12th best on the tour in strokes gained putting last season. Twice a winner and saves par again.
I think what you'll notice, and all the viewers can take a peek at, is how still these players stay. And they're going to really focus on that today because it's very easy to move around in the wind. I mean, sometimes you'll see the players maybe widen their stance a touch, but watch their head. Their head stays very still. And that's what you have to focus on when it gets windy like this, because it's real easy to get knocked off balance.
Streb was in damage control the entire trip there, but manages to drop just one. The defending champion falls back to -3.